So you want to reduce your waste. Whether you've been following the Now Project every single day or you're new to my channel, I just wanted to take a second to thank you, to honor you for taking the step in your life towards sustainability. You guys don't realize that even just researching or learning more about it, that's huge. That has a huge impact in the long run. So definitely honor yourself for doing this. I also wanted to mention that I have a very similar video that I made back when I first started my YouTube channel, and I think that it's a really solid video. So if you're interested in learning about this and getting started, I will link it down below because I'm going to talk about different topics today in today's video, but I think that that video is really valuable and has a lot of just knowledge. So check that one out when you're done watching this one and let me know what you think. Also, quick announcement. We have 3 more weeks left of the Now Project, so if you have a topic idea or theme that you want us to explore, let me know in the comments. I have 3 kind of nuggets of wisdom to share with you today in this video that differ from the ones in the previous video. The first one is, we do not live in a vacuum. My friend Andrea Sanders says it best, but we are living in a linear economy. Our economy is literally meant for things to break down and end up in the landfill. Ideally, in a perfect world, we'd live in a circular economy where resources from items would be used again and again. But unfortunately, that's just not the case. So thinking that you will live a completely zero-waste lifestyle in today's economy is unrealistic. So once you understand that and use that, you can really realize what it is you can do within this movement to live a more sustainable life. So finding out, what can I do to live the most sustainably today? I said it in my previous video, but even if you live the most sustainable, picturesque, zero-waste lifestyle, you still produce waste. Because there are waste involved in the restaurants you eat at, or the things you buy, or the bulk bin stores you shop at. But the difference is you're just not taking them home. So with that in mind, you can think to yourself today, how can I be sustainable now? What is the most sustainable option that I have? The second is that there's always going to be some sort of intersection between your lives. And that's really important to know because no movement, like the vacuum that we just mentioned, is alone and standing by itself. There's always going to be other things that influence you. I know I bring up finances a lot, but it's important to note that if you are focused on finance and becoming debt-free, don't let that kind of like skew your perspective and like be like, oh no, I have to be fully zero waste, where like, you know, your finances will impact your decisions. So don't ignore that. Don't ignore other issues that you're passionate about or things that are going on in your life. Finding that balance will be the hardest part of this journey for you because it is completely unique to you. My balance is different than your balance. I'm like a single person living in an apartment. I don't have a family. I don't have debt. I don't have all of these things. So my lifestyle is going to be very different than yours. And knowing that, then you can say, okay, how can I be zero waste and how can I be eco-friendly with my current lifestyle? That might be focusing on how to be, zero waste or low waste in the kitchen, rather than the bathroom, or at home rather than at work. There's always going to be that way that you can find what works best for you and your lifestyle. And the last one I'd like to mention, and the way that I think you can genuinely be as zero waste and as eco-friendly as possible, is to monitor your consumption. Literally, I feel like we should all, instead of like decluttering, like KonMari our consumption. Like when you're at the store, instead of like decluttering the things you already own, like literally every time you go to buy anything, you have to think to yourself, does this add value to my life? Does this spark joy? Where am I gonna put this? What is the consumer impact of this item? I find that a lot of us kind of brush off the impact of our purchases. So knowing that it is not eco-friendly to buy a bunch of new things. And I know because I'm an influencer and I'm guilty of telling you to buy things. Do not buy anything unless you absolutely need it, unless you are genuinely been wanting it for a really long time or you think it's going to add value to your life. Don't just do it because a cool influencer told you to. I think that it's important to know that because consumption really goes hand in hand in low waste. So with all of those things in mind, you can go on your low waste journey and say to yourself when you're at the store, is this the most sustainable thing that I can be doing right now for my circumstances? Once you understand all the things in your life that are going to affect that, then you'll be able to know, like maybe bulk pasta in your area is really, really expensive and you're trying to work on your debt-free journey. Don't buy the bulk pasta. Buy the pasta in larger quantities in plastic. That's totally okay. Finding that like synergy, is that the word? Like finding where it just makes sense for you will be really, really difficult, but I promise you that once you understand all of these things, you'll be able to dive into your journey of sustainability in a more kind of planned out way, rather than just being like, this is what the influencers told me and this is what I gotta do. Okay, rant over. I hope you found this video helpful. Like I said, make sure to check out the previous video that I filmed, as well as I have a whole playlist on zero waste and low waste videos and content that might be able to help you. And I also answer a lot of questions in those. So definitely make sure to check out the playlist if you're interested in learning more, as well as let me know what has been the hardest challenge for you going into low waste or zero waste or low impact, whatever the word is you like to use. Let me know how your journey has been and what has been the biggest like obstacle or kind of thing you've had to overcome or thing that's holding you back from even trying it. Let me know. As well as let me know topic ideas for the next upcoming weeks in the Now Project if you've been following the series. And I will see you on Monday.